Hello there, YouTube and people of the internet. This is Dr. Jacobs with the Morning Slice. Now, um, today's video is going to be kind of short, and this is kind of like the other days where it's more of a PSA than a message. But, something that I've noticed about society lately for the past couple years is it almost seems as though kids aren't respecting their parents like they used to. And personally, while I've never had kids of my own, I have helped raise my nieces a bit, so I do kind of understand you know, what it is like to raise a kid. Not at the high level that parents know, but a little more than what I expected to know by now. And I just think that there's not really that much discipline in the world. I'm not saying that you gotta go old fashioned and when your kid acts up, you gotta go make him grab a switch or grab a belt. But, there's got to be discipline. I've seen kids be completely out of hand, and when someone tries to do something, the parent just says, oh, just let them do what they want. I've seen kids act completely crazy in what most could consider a disrespectful way, and then next moment their parents are buying them like an iPhone or an iPad or something like that. And it just doesn't make sense to me. Now, discipline doesn't have to be spanking your kid. Discipline doesn't have to be yelling at your kid. But there's gotta be some sort of discipline. If the kid acts up, there's gotta be some sort of retribution for that. You can't just let them get away with everything. Now, I'm not saying bust them for everything. Kids will be kids. They're going to act crazy. They're going to do stuff. But please, parents and guardians, just don't let them get too out of hand. Like, this happened a couple years ago, but I remember one day one thing I like to do is I like to walk down the toy aisles to see what's changed over time to compare toys nowadays to what I grew up playing with. And I remember seeing this kid, he went to the toy aisle and he pulled everything off of about two shelves. Well, not shelves, but those little metal bars that they hang the toys on. He went through two or three of those and then just left everything sitting on the shelf. Didn't put anything back. Just tried to find exactly what he wanted. Just threw everything else on the shelf, not even caring. And when he found what he wanted, him and his mom just walked away. Had that been me as a kid, my family would have maybe put every single one of those back on the little metal bar and have straightened it up. And that's all that I'm asking. It's just a little discipline. If your kid does something like that, have them clean it up. I mean, you're in a public place, for Pete's sake. Don't turn something that someone worked so hard to clean into a pigsty. Again, I'm not saying that the parents are bad parents. I'm not saying the guardians are bad guardians. I'm just saying that there are just some kids out there that you can tell don't have discipline in their life. And we don't want discipline to die out in the world. Again, you don't gotta beat your kids. You don't have to yell at your kids, but have some sort of, some sort of. I'm too tired to think of the word I'm trying to think of. I guess the best word is retribution. No, not retribution. I can't think of the word. But basically, if they do something wrong, have something be done. And again, I'm not saying that you gotta get up to them for everything. Kids will be kids. They'll track mud in the house. They'll fake doing their homework. They'll try to get out of eating their vegetables or going to bed at the right time. That's typical kid stuff. I'm talking about when they show disrespect towards you, the parent or guardian, other authoritative figures, public places, and when they just completely get out of hand. And I don't know what out of hand is because, again, I am not a parent yet, but if I ever become a parent, I will learn then. But even as someone who's not a parent, I can tell that there are just some kids out there that lack discipline. And it doesn't even have to be a lot of discipline, but just something to help them behave better. You know, not saying destroy their childhood innocence and turn them into proper adults at the age of 6. No. Just, just make them a little more understandable about what everyone else has to deal with. And, again, I'm tired. This was not rehearsed like always, and I just don't know what to talk about, but if you know what I'm talking about, you'll understand through all my rambling. But this has been D.R. Jacobs with The Morning Slice, a slice of life for your morning.